Good afternoon, welcome back. We are doing some vent plumbing today. So, last time we were here, we were working on the supply plumbing. I've gone ahead and pulled those two lines back so they'd be out of my way. I had to reposition them a little bit, but what I've got here, this is the vanity. That is the drain for the vanity, and over on this side, this is just a vent, and that vent is for the toilet and the shower. What I've got to do is run those two through the wall, connect them together, and run that line out and through the vent in the ceiling. Now, for those of you who don't know what a vent is, when you have the water go into the wall and down into your septic system, into your sewer system, you've got to have something that allows air to come in as that water is moving through. Otherwise, you're going to get kind of vapor lock and it's not going to flow properly. You're going to get a lot of bubbling, a lot of gurgling. Sewer gas can work its way back up, and you're going to have an issue with blockages. In order to make this work, what I've got is a situation where I've got to create an entrance for the water to go down about 18 to 20 inches above the floor, and then above that is a stack that goes all the way up and connects into here. Now, as you can see, that stack is going to go through the wall, those join together. This is not for water to go through. All it is an avenue to go up and out the ceiling, that penetration right there. I have connected these joints right here. I have not connected these here. Also, because I'm cutting out a lot of material on these studs, I'm using stud shoes. That's a steel reinforcement. It's a structural reinforcement. This is not a load-bearing wall. This is just a wall that's in place to separate two rooms. So I could get away with just putting a metal brace on there if I wasn't cutting all the material out. But because I'm cutting that material out, I've got to go ahead and put that stud shoe on it so that it's got lots of strength. I've got a couple more of those to install up here, and I'm going to put those in before I fasten in those last pieces of the pipe. When you're working with metal reinforcements for studs, be very careful. The edges are very sharp. Ask me how I know. Sometimes things get a little complicated when you're putting all this stuff together. As I was putting that up there, I realized that the stud shoe is great, except it's going to restrict the movement of that pipe. I've got a little bit of leeway in that hole right there, and I need to have that pipe flex up enough for me to stick the pipe that I'm putting up in here all the way in. Before I can do anything with that, I need to get on this side of it and get everything done here so that I have my drain installed properly. Now I went ahead and I sanded all this off because it had some stain on it. I wanted to clean it up. And now I'm priming the pipe so I can put the angle adapters on here.
Ideally, the pipe would be centered right in the middle of the stud, but all waste plumbing was installed in the floors before the concrete was poured. I missed. Trying to run a single pipe that goes from the top of the sanitary tee into the vent plumbing at the top. I have that little bit of flex available to me in the piece of 2x4 that's been cut. And I'm trying to make sure that I have the pipe sized exactly so that it'll fit as tight as possible.
Before I go cutting that, I'm gonna hit the oscillating saw and see if I can open up the hole above that pipe a little bit. See if I can open up that hole a little bit and get enough flex in that pipe to get that pipe in there without making the pipe short. Still gonna take a tiny bit off this pipe. Under the shower, so I don't care if it messes the floor up.
But you'll know it's there.
What's that?
But you'll know it's there.
I won't care. I don't need, it doesn't matter. I am most assuredly not going to obsess because the finish under the shower is not perfect.
Yeah, because you already dropped that.
No, because I'm not crazy. That's why. I don't care. Alright, I need salt so that I can cut that pipe.
You can drop off now.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. It really wasn't a question. It was just like, yeah, you need to drop off now. Even though there's a desk over here.
It's just gross.
Just getting the boogers off.
Just like we did last time.
All the way down. So it's like 84 inches.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer, well, a little bit shorter than 84, slightly.
So how much shorter?
So it's like 84 and 3/4.
That's a lot shorter.
Wait, there's,
When you're talking about cutting the pipe, I need to be more precise. So like, we're talking about an
so
80
right there, it's 84.
84.
7 foot.
That's 84.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I need to add 3/4 of an inch to that. So it was right here, right?
Yes, exactly.
But it was actually like, was it there?
Yeah.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's all the way connected, babe?
So that vent, I gotta put in these plates, but I'm gonna do the plates right now. Yeah, that's all the way up to the attic, and then we gotta take care of it up in the attic.
And then that completes this side.
So we're gonna do the
laundry room.
That has to go up and join it.
Okay. That wood broke.
What's that?
The wood broke.
When I drive that, I think I drove that out with Matt. I put that screw in.
I had pulled 2 supply line pipes back so I had space to work, and I drilled new holes for them in the next section of stud, so now I have to pull them back through. When we originally installed all of the access pipes, we tried to make sure we had at least a foot of extra, just in case we ran into a problem. The studs are 16 inches on center, so putting the pipe into the next section of stud means that I have an additional 1.5 feet approximately that it has to go before I'm going to reach the fixture. Fortunately, the supply pipe reaches the position of the fixture with a few inches to spare.
Just. Like exactly. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, it's just, took longer than I wanted it to take, and I only cut myself 3 times. I had to go to the store once.
The first known indoor toilets that are plumbed were discovered in Crete and installed between 1500 and 1000 BC. But for the common person, an indoor toilet wasn't available until the 20th century. For many people, it is the mark of civilized life. We're not professionals. We're just a couple of people who decided to build our own house. We've got a ways to go yet before we can flush a toilet. but we're gaining on it.
Looks like Apollo's waiting for somebody who's foolish enough to show up out here. Some wayward deer. What you doing, buddy? You waiting? Just waiting. Well, while he's waiting, I'm gonna get ready to go. We gotta run to the store tonight and pick up some more supplies for tomorrow. I used most of the pipe that I had up here, so come on back and check us out again. We'll see you guys next time. You're photoing. You're supposed to be photoing.
Oh.